Okay, good morning. We're going to go ahead and start this week's lessons. We're just going to do 4 lessons this week. It's all about adverbs. We're going to do it pretty quick. It's really easy, and you're probably going to remember it from when we did it last time. So, on lesson 17, these are the new things we're going to learn. Adverbs, which is another part of speech. We've talked about nouns, the different kinds of nouns, common and proper, and singular and plural, and those types of things. We learned about adjectives. Remember, an adjective is a word that describes a noun or a pronoun. Remember, it answers the questions which one, how many, whose, and I don't remember the other question. But anyway, those are the things that the adjective answers. So this week we're going to talk about an adverb. Now, an adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Okay, now let me say that again. An adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Okay? All right, so let us then look here at exercise 1. Talk about adverbs that describe adjectives and other adverbs later in the book. What we're going to do now is we're going to talk about those adverbs that describe verbs. Okay? So in our workbook, we're going to look here at exercise 1. All right. Now, remember adverbs, these are what adverbs tell. How, when, where, how often, and to what extent. Okay? All right, so these are some adverbs that tell, well, these are what they tell, but here in exercise 2, these are adverbs that tell how something's done. Softly, rapidly, slowly, loudly, excitedly. Okay? How did you talk? Softly. How did you talk? Rapidly. How did you talk? Slowly. So these are adverbs that tell how. All right, let's move on to exercise 3. I'm going to practice identifying adverbs that tell how. Okay? I'm going to ask a how question, and you're going to read the 3 choices. All right, choose your favorite adverb and say the answer to the question in a complete sentence. Then we'll write the adverb of your choice in the blank. Okay, so how do you sleep? Deeply. How do you sleep? Restlessly. How do you sleep? Quietly. I sleep. Choose an adverb. Doesn't have to be one of these. Choose an adverb that tells how you sleep and write it down. All right, next one. Okay, how about I chew noisily. I chew daintily. I chew thoroughly. I chew. Now you pick an adverb that tells how you chew. All right, let's look at exercise 4. Adverbs also tell when. When do you study? I study today. I study early. I study late. I study now. These words are adverbs that tell when someone studies. Look at exercise 5. When will you play? Momentarily. Soon. Tomorrow. I will play. You choose an adverb that answers when. All right. When did you help? I helped already. I helped before. I helped yesterday. I helped. Now you choose an adverb that tells when you helped. Okay, look at exercise 6. All right. Peacocks strut. This is our sentence. Struts the verb. Who or what struts? Peacocks. Now right here we have a diagram that shows how an adverb is labeled. Okay. Now, peacocks strut proudly. Okay. Proudly is an adverb that tells how the peacock struts. Okay, so that's why it's labeled under the verb that it modifies or that it describes. All right, let's look at exercise 7. Baker's awake. Baker's awake early. Okay, early is an adverb that tells when the baker's awake. So that means early is an adverb that's modifying or describing the verb awake because it's answering one of those questions, when. Okay, all right, let's look at exercise 8. Now in exercise 8, you're going to do what we've been doing. Okay, what you're going to do is we're going to label this sentence on the diagram. They've already written it for you. This one, you copy over it. Of course, I forget that you don't do this on the worksheet. You do it on your paper. So you'll actually have to make all of these, and then you'll diagram those sentences. And I think that's almost all. Yeah, and there's 4 of them because that one is, yeah. And then, so there's 4 of them. So if you want to go ahead and diagram those, of course, this one, it would be, always find your verb first. Okay, so flipped is our verb. So flipped goes here. Okay, and then in order to determine the subject, you ask yourself what? Who or what flipped? Shannon Miller, because that's the whole name of the person. So you'll put Shannon Miller as your subject. Shannon Miller flipped. How'd he flip? Flawlessly. This tells how, so it's going to go underneath the verb. Okay? All right, so go ahead and do 2, 3, and 4. And I believe that's all for today.